Hello, collective. So let's go and start getting your message for the week. Thank you for being here. Now, this is another one of those things that I made up. So I'm going to be looking at a piece of paper every once in a while just to make sure I put it in the right spot. But let's find out what we're talking about. I'm going to pull three of these cards to find out what we're talking about. Two already came out. I wanted three, four came out. So we're going to go with a four. This actually looks like really good energy. So we're talking about, it says a dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So we're talking about a man. The second thing that we have is a bowl. Plenty of material things. The third thing that we have is happiness. And the fourth thing that we have is the grapes. Time to go out and have some fun. So it looks like a masculine energy here. A man with dark complexion or dark hair is going to be having a very good time of it for a little bit. It seems like good fortune is favoring him at the time. Okay. So let's find out first anything that they need to tell them about the past. Before we even start, I can tell you I'm feeling very strongly that this is like karmic payout. Last year seems to have had been like really heavy for you. It weighed really strong on you, and now you're moving into this energy where um, you're finally getting your just deserved because of what you experienced. Okay, so the first is present. Secondly is past. Yep, I saw that. And the thirdly is what you don't see coming. Okay, see, this is kind of reestablishing what I first pulled. So presently, you're in this energy of the hermit. The hermit is taking a really good, hard look at yourself, your life, the things that worked out, the things that didn't work out, what you need to do for this following year so that you can start moving forward in the way that you want for your greatest good and divine purpose. And that's really interesting because of the fact that I do feel that that's something that's awesome about the new year. You could have looked through your entire year, seen where you had hiccups, and then decided, you know what, that worked, that didn't work. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. These people really didn't work out for me. This job didn't work out for me. And then you're just kind of like hashing through what it is that you have to remove and what you have to have in. The second thing is the past, and here we have the Eight of Swords, and this is really awesome, especially since I see the Hermit as a present. The past being this energy of the Eight of Swords, it says that it was a belief system that you had. It was like the way that you always did things, the way that you always move forward in your life or whatever. That was the thing that was hanging you up. That was the thing that was keeping you trapped. And so 2025 kind of feels like this energy of, I'm no longer going to allow myself to stay in these thought processes. I'm going to go deep in it. Why do I believe this in the first place? Why do I keep doing this in the first place? And then kind of reestablishing, like removing things that no longer serve you so you can start like a new cycle for yourself. And then what you don't see coming is the King of Pentacles. Literally, that that confirms the man having plenty of material gain and having to enjoy himself because he's entering happiness. So you don't see it coming, but it's definitely coming. I want to see what it might be blocking this energy. What's blocking this energy? Ooh. Ten of Swords. So what can potentially block this awesome shift that's going to be entering your life is your negative thought processes. Okay, so you know a lot of bad things happen to us, and this year 2025, I keep getting told by my guides that this is a year of taking ownership and responsibility for everything that's happened to us, right? Because even though it might have been a third party or something outside of ourselves that caused a situation, we were still there. We were learning something there, and we needed to experience that because other people didn't experience it. We did. So there was something we needed to experience through that process. And so it's taking ownership of it. And um, don't see the situations that you went through as being stabbed in the back, even though that's potentially what it was. But those people freed you from believing that you should continue being they should continue being part of your life. Those people taught you what, like, I want to say, wounds we have that are triggered that people use to like persuade us, to move us, to like distort our perception of who people are and stuff. Because what a lot of us don't realize is that we are easily manipulated by a very smart person. They read us, they can see where our wounds are, and then they'll use those triggers to make us do what we know wouldn't be for our greatest good. So keep that in mind. All right. If it's anger, this year, the best thing that you can do is find ways to deal and to calm your anger. If it's envy, it's going down to yourself and figuring out what it is that creates this feeling of lack that makes you envious of another person. If it's lust, what is it that you receive from that that makes you feel unable to control your physical self with that stuff? So every single part of us has a way of dealing with different traumas that we experience. And once we deal with the trauma, we no longer need that negative habit. And so the thing that can block you is that negative habit, that negative mindset, that negative pattern that you continue going forward in. But you're set up, like the universe has set you up so that you can have all the happiness you deserve, because it's your turn now. But you can block your own blessing or slow it down. Okay. Now, um, people that might be influencing this energy. Wow. We have the Fool. Um, that's interesting because I feel like everybody around you is in this shift energy of leaping into something new. The collective is actually doing that because this is the year of the snake shedding its skin. So we're all collectively kind of moving into, I need something new, something authentic for myself. So this is something that's happening in the collective, and this male energy is going to be receiving a lot of positive energy from that. But it's literally all about you right now. It's just that the collective energy is kind of lined up to help you, encourage you in that way instead of move you away from it. Any suggestions? Create a strong foundation. We have the Four of Wands, and that's creating a strong foundation. So again, I wouldn't focus on receiving all that material gain that we see that you're going to have here. I would focus on um, healing so that when we receive the material gain, we keep it. Because sometimes when we receive, this is the reason why people that win the lottery usually end up broke after a while, because they haven't healed the wounds that they had, their mentalities, their poverty mentality, their unhealthy habits, that when they receive the money, they just blow it all, right? This also happens with relationships. Like, we're supposed to have that perfect person, but when they come, because we're so wounded, we have a tendency of sabotaging a relationship, and then we claim it on the other person when it's all our negative, unhealthy patterns that we're now blaming on this person because we haven't dealt with them. So they're telling you to focus on the deep things inside of you. Take a really good hard look in the mirror and how you've sabotaged certain really good things that have happened in your life, and then work to heal that. Okay. Again, it feels, for somebody, I keep hearing addictions. And for other ones, it's like wounded patterns. I just keep hearing those two options. There can be other things, but those are the two they just keep repeating to me. And then the outcome of this whole situation. Happiness. We have the Ten of Cups, happiness. Like, literally, the universe is setting you up to have a happily ever after. The only one that can block it is you with your negative thoughts and stabbing yourself in your own back because you focus on all the bad things that have happened to you up to now. The four in the bottom of the deck, I have to mention this, the Four of Swords with the Nine of Swords. Literally, that says put to rest all these anxious thoughts that you receive at nighttime, these patterns that keep going in your head saying that, everybody attacks you, everybody hurts you, you are not safe, blah, blah, blah. Because what you should be focusing in is on love, the Lover's card, and what you want to attract in your life. Now, love can be an actual person, but it can also be something that you really want to see in your life, something you want to live, the life you need to live, right? If you don't do that, then you will. Seven of Swords, yourself. Okay, Seven of Swords is you will cheat yourself out of this happiness that is coming in. Like this has all the workings of God putting a miracle in your life so that good things can happen. But if you allow yourself to fall down this rabbit hole and negatively think that all these bad things are going to happen to you and that people are going to try to take away what's yours, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, being said, there are negative influences around, and if you do have that energy where you feel like somebody would spiritually, energetically, mentally, emotionally take something away from you, then it's for your job to learn how to block this energy, how to protect your energy, and how to move forward. So it's all a teaching and a lesson. So just see the lesson and find a way to get around it. All right. I hope this helps you, and we'll see you the next time.